In this video, I played as Germany, but not for long. Could I take my secret German nation and become a global superpower? Watch the video to see. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the secret German nation. We're going to need to start out as the German Reich today, so Mustache Man, we're going to have to leave Iron Man mode off for this playthrough. Let's just hop right in. Alright, so here we are in Germany. We start off with 30 divisions, a bunch of manpower, a huge industry, all that good stuff. This secret German nation will require us to head down to rally the Wehrmacht. But I'm just going to hold off a little bit on that focus. Instead, we'll head over to, why not, let's do the 4-year plan. Okay, there we go. So it's been 70 days. Let's head on down now to rally the Wehrmacht. Way over here, we'll start deposing this Mustache Man. And yeah, why not? Let's secure the Kriegsmarine loyalty at all costs. Hey, oh, I forgot to set research. Oh yes, let's get them going on atomic research, rocketry, armored cars. Oh yeah, and cannons too. There we go. Let's get the best minds of Germany thinking in all the right places right here with this research. Alright, here it is. The Wehrmacht officers have challenged the Mustache Man. Let's start this civil war right now. We got our 24 spawn-ins. We've got Von Mackensen here. To start off with, I think I'm going to head towards Berlin and just capture that and focus on the north. And yeah, well, let's welcome back the communist zone, why not? Now, the weird thing about this is I don't want to do too well in this conflict. I want to sort of get a stalemate going. Let's head on into Berlin, and there goes the Mustache Man. He's now replaced by another Mustache Man. Let's really just mess this nation up. Let's get some democracy support here as well. Okay, so yeah, like I said, not too good, but also not too bad. I think this is a pretty decent spot that I'm leaving this off in, and you may be asking, leaving this off? What do you mean by that? Well, the 4th Silesian Uprising is here. They cannot be allowed to succeed, or can they? Let's tag on over to Silesia. Is it SIL? It sure is. This is the German nation we'll be playing as today. Let's give our guys this fallback line on some sneakily constructed forts that I may or may not have built. And we have 3 sneakily built mills in our country as well, which we'll put on infantry equipment, artillery, and support equipment as well. And here we are now Silesia. Joseph Kojdon now leads our country. We are democratic, and we do have the base focus tree. Let's get working on industrial effort here. We want this civil war to last as long as possible here. And yes, we don't carry over with the German research, so we don't have to worry about atomic research or all that crap. We only have 3 research slots as well. Our units are, well, attempted to be the color of our flag, and we are now finally on the front line with the nationalists, the military junta. They just attacked us a little bit. Oh yeah, they're attacking us some more. This could get dicey. Might have to hit a last stand here. I think I'm going to, just to try to hold this tile. Come on, guys, please focus on this other Germany. Don't focus on me. Oh wow, we legitimately lost that tile. That is awful. We're going to head right on down to armament effort. I'm probably going to rush these 3 mills. We need as much equipment as we can possibly get. Pavel, congratulations, you've been promoted to Field Marshal. Jakob Lewandowski, you are now the general for our divisions here. Yes, we do actually have the German division templates though, so I've got these guys trained up. They're actually good infantry. Our equipment will start to come in slowly but surely, and manpower, we actually have an okay amount of manpower. I am going to increase us to limited conscription right away though, because that is definitely necessary. I'm pretty sure this Silesian Uprising is a little historically inaccurate. I think the Silesian Uprisings actually wanted to join Poland as a state and not become an independent nation, like I think it said in the event. Looking like this war will come to an end. Yep, there it is. They have all the points. Now, you may be wondering, well, now what are you going to do? You're at war with the entire of Germany, and only you. They're going to have all of their forces on you in an instant. Well, look at this. There goes the German army. All of the Lambsturm regiments are gone now. They literally do not have an army because I may have deleted the other units when I left Germany. Let's do a bit of snaking and hopefully capitulate Germany before they get any units out. We need to hurry this up. There's armament effort 3. We'll head down to political effort now. We're going to need to flip ideologies. Democratic is certainly not the best way to play this. Also, should be noted that even if they get units out, it shouldn't be a lot, and we should be able to hopefully snake around them, I'm hoping. Oh my gosh, we did it. The German military junta has capitulated. I am going to take all of the states because we can only do supervised states as a democracy, so let's just take everything and we will move on with our lives. Look at that. That is a cursed image for sure. Yeah, so I am just going to release the German military junta as our puppet right here, and it is now the German transitional government, and we will use their troops, their manpower, everything to turn Silesia into a superpower, of course. Let's get the boys back home. They are so brave, and our independence has been secured for now. And we're actually going to be flipping to the Brown Party, I think. So Tomasz, welcome to the cabinet. I did a very similar strategy to survive as Algerhill, but again, the cards didn't work out just the same as him. Now, one interesting thing to note, we can restore the Austro-Hungarian Empire, so maybe we'll make that a goal of this video to do so. We do need a lot of land, and I'm guessing we'll probably include a fight with the Allies. I just realized I may have doomed our German transitional government into economic stagnation because I did the 4-year plan. There we go, the Great Silesian Army is taking shape. We're up to 11 divisions, 6 of which are actually decent. The other 5 are the spawn-ins, which can't change template or be deleted, so they will forever be a part of the armed forces. Lithuania just declared on Poland. I have a feeling, Atanas, that will not go too well for you, but I mean, we'll see what happens. Usually when this happens, Poland just takes a few states and leaves Lithuania alive. We'll see if that's the case here today. This is a good thing. We're flipping to the Brown Party. The UK has done a change in course, and I just got the event that they're heading down organizing the Black Shirts. So we will have a Brown Party ally here in Europe, a very strong one at that. Okay, yeah, Poland took 3 states, and yes, I was right. Lithuania did just stay alive here in this little area. This isn't too bad. We actually have a lot of coal, aluminum, and steel in our country, so we can actually produce equipment without having to trade away all of our very limited amount of civs. I just watched in real time as the British Empire became a thing under Oswald Mosley, so maybe we'll actually be able to join the Allies. There we go. We have Doctrine Effort 2. We're just going to wait until we get 100 political power, and then we should be able to hold a national referendum and finally flip. And there's 100 political power. Sorry, Joseph, I don't think you're going to be sticking around another day. Let's do it. And now we are the Silesian state under Pavel, and he's a good leader. Look at that. 10% political power gain, 5% there, and 5% stability. We have found a great leader for the Silesian state. I'm glad you are at the helm, sir. The first order of business is to justify on Austria. We'll need to save up a bit of political power. We're going to do a bit of an Anschluss on them. We've also stolen the entire German army to help with our efforts. There we go. We can actually join the Allies, which is what I've done. That is a huge potential threat that we don't have to worry about. And yeah, it looks like the Dominions are starting to head away. But that's alright. You guys have me now, right? That should be enough. At least when you flip to the Brown Party, when you have a puppet, it made them a Reichsprotectorate, and we just got so many factories from them. We're going to use those factories to actually keep lowering their autonomy. And see, from afar it looks like the British and Germans are just in the Allies together, which is a nice visual. Alright, Austria, your time is up. We'll call to arms the German transitional government, and we will just start a little offensive here. Alright, we're at the gates of Vienna now. We've cut off all these troops here. Well, Austria just declared war on Hungary. That's interesting. And there we go. Austria has capitulated. We have 70% of the war score. Hopefully, we can get everything. Yes, we did, in fact, get everything we wanted. Let's get justifying on Czechoslovakia. This will put us at war with France. Well, that's interesting. Czechoslovakia just gave in southern Slovakia to the Hungarians. And of course, we're in a nice position where we can actually make an air force. So we'll call it the Wojtek Novacek after a recent channel member and get these bad boys into production. Well, yeah, Hungary is definitely trying some stuff around here in the Balkans. They've just demanded Transylvania. Romania has, of course, said, no thank you, sir. They must have approached a mediator because, oh, well, now they do have northern Transylvania. And I'm going to make some mountaineers here. These will be the elite forces in our army, and we'll call them the Dafusk 8 after a channel member. We'll add some supports once we get them researched and have enough XP. And yeah, we can train up 4 of these bad boys, so let's get going right away on that. Yeah, that should be a pretty decently sized war. I wonder if this will spill over into anything. The Soviets have just declared on Poland. Again, Poland is not guaranteed by the Allies. Okay, well, it looks like the British are definitely doing some decisions to try to get the Dominions back on their side because they've caused a Brown Party civil war in Canada. And oh god, it's that guy. Just realized I don't even have trains researched, so we should probably do that. And finally, our justification for Czechoslovakia is complete. Let's get justifying on Hungary right away. It's going to last us, 6 months. And perfect, just in time, the Dafusks are all trained out. We do have a little bit of an air force here. 36 CAS should hopefully do at least something. We do have red air, but yes, the Wojteks are absolutely demolishing the Czechoslovakian Air Force. Well, it looks like our troops here in the south are able to make a breakthrough. They only have one cavalry division here on this tile. And yes, there we go. We're now right on the gates of Brno here. Like a hot knife through butter, the Davosks have made it in and cut Czechoslovakia in half. And there we go, we've made it into Prague. Oh, Italy, thank you for the equipment. That is lovely. Interestingly enough, the Benelux is actually formed here in this game, but now that there is a democratic faction in the world, I wonder if these guys will join it. We'll have to see. The Czechoslovakians are 98% towards capitulation, so Bratislava should definitely do it. And there we go. Let's take all of the land. And our war goal on Hungary is 60 days away, and they're actually guaranteed by the Netherlands. So yes, I will imagine this will put us at war with this big faction, and France will probably join it as well. Perfect. A draft reform has proved effective, which is great because our justification for Hungary is ready. So let's just declare this war. This will put us now at war with the Benelux faction, and I'm assuming France and Hungary will both join it. Let's see. Yes, there's France into it, interestingly enough, before Hungary. Maybe Hungary actually can't join? Okay, no, there they are. Okay, a nice breakthrough here in Transylvania. Okay, interesting. The Dutch have just done the focus to become the European Union. That's now what the faction is called. They start doing their things and getting other people into their faction. We could be in a little bit of trouble. I guess now that we're at war with a major power, we can justify wars much, much quicker. So let's justify on Romania. It'll only take us 45 days. There we go, we've made it into Budapest, and there goes Hungary. And it looks like, yeah, Imperial Japan is justifying on us. Great. Beautiful, our war goal is done. Let's focus on getting Yugoslavia next. Let's declare on Romania. And there we go, just like that, we've cut off this huge portion of the Romanian army, and they can barely guard the front line now. Japan is actually declared on the Philippines. I'm guessing US will actually join the European Union. And yes, the United States has joined the European Union, so for a full peace deal, we're gonna have to somehow make it across the Atlantic. There's Bucharest taken, and Romania has capitulated. It's just Yugoslavia left. We have the war goal on them, and they're guaranteed by just about everybody in the European Union. And we've made it into Belgrade already. Beautiful. And my game just crashed. Well, it looks like when my game crashed, we lost a few days of progress. That's unfortunate. Oh, and there we go. The New York division is actually here in Yugoslavia, so the Americans are starting to show up. Oh, and yes, here come all of the European president troops. Like I said, we need to cut them off from the seas. We're out of manpower, but not to worry because in a few more states, we can fully reform the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And
oh my god, never mind. Italy has just destroyed my hopes and dreams. They have taken Dalmatia, and I am not able to reform Austria-Hungary just yet. Are you kidding me, Italy? Well, I find myself in a ridiculous stalemate. I have a war goal on Italy, but it's going to expire. I'm just not ready, and I'm going to lose more war support, which means I can't up my conscription. This might be a while. Oh my gosh, we capitulated Yugoslavia. We can cut this tile off, then all of these troops will be cut off and we can encircle and destroy them. Oh, it'd be so satisfying. Seriously, Italy, in my time of need, you're gonna claim Montenegro from me. Honestly, I'm going to give in to the Italians. Okay, this just becomes Italy. Okay, actually, that is a massive W. This became Italy, which means this is all cut off now. Okay, I'm actually alright with that. For whatever reason, the Soviet Union just declared war on Italy. They also have a war goal on the British Empire. That actually could drag in Italy to our faction, which would be just utterly terrible. Oh, thank you for the military support, Italy. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Breakthroughs are happening. We're finally reinforced maiming them out of tiles. This is long overdue for us. I think this is 71 divisions from the European Union faction that we have encircled. Oh, this is so painful, but we finally got them down to one tile. 57 divisions remain here. And finally, they are all gone. My sanity is being restored, and I'm also up to service by requirement. I'll finally get some manpower back. Does anyone happen to have 75,000 infantry equipment on them? I'm sort of missing a little bit of mine. Okay, so Italy has just joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. They're actually at war with our faction now, so we can just join this war whenever we want. We don't have to justify it, Italy. And hopefully our allies should actually send troops to our border. We are at a severe risk of a rise-up in our country. Alright, I think we're gonna give it a try. The Italian lines have definitely thinned to the point where I think we can hold if they try to attack us, and I think I can use my mountaineers to try to push into Dalmatia. Oh man, I hope I'm right about this. And now we are in the war. Let's try to push Ragusa right away and cut all of this off. Alright, we've made it into Ragusa. This is now cut off. Let's head up the coast. Okay, we have control of Dalmatia. Let's hit the button and restore our sanity. We are now the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And there goes the manpower. Thankfully, we can now actually do stuff ourselves instead of relying on the German transitional government. And thankfully, nobody here wants to shoot us anymore. These guys were all up in arms, but now that we control Dalmatia, they're like, you know what? These guys aren't so bad after all. Almost 70,000 guns were going into garrison, so that just cleared up a lot of that deficit. And what was I worried about in Italy? Of course we're going to be able to push them. Let's train up some of our own divisions finally. The offensive is going phenomenally here in Albania. There's a ton of Italian troops, look at that. And all of these Italians are now cut off as well. There goes a ton more of the Italian army. We've already inflicted 750,000 to the Italians, 755,000. That is ridiculous. The French just flipped communist in the middle of this conflict. Thankfully, they're still in the European Union. They're not going to join the Comintern. I would sure hope not. Mosley, are you sure you want to develop South Africa? You know, considering you're at war with them? And the Italian Civil War is here. Oh, we have Nationalist Spain in our faction? I didn't even realize. And of course, they are our puppet. And looks like Italy is capitulated. Oh, and we actually have a border with the French now. Hey, and we're making our breakthrough here into Savoy. Our air is just overwhelming the Allied air. I mean, look at those numbers. And as I say that, here comes 2,000 fighters. But not to worry, because again, the Wojteks will clear these boys out. And we're to the point where I'm actually going to start making some medium tanks. And they will, of course, be the simplified once again. This is what we'll go for these bad boys. And there it is. We'll call it the Simplified after a recent channel member. Alright, the Soviets just now declared war on the British Empire, so that will drag them into war. But that is just another distraction for our allies. Well, a French civil war has popped out, and it has joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. I don't know how many troops it has. I don't know how long this is going to last for, but it will be a nice distraction. Alright, when we first invaded Germany, way back in the beginning, we found some plan for a sneaky invasion of France, going around the Maginot. Let's call in our German brothers into this war. Wow, a successful push. Who would have thought? And Belgium is capped. A ton more troops encircled. Let's keep on moving, boys. Finally, the skies are green down here in the south as well. Can we do a little push down here? And we even have ourselves the Dunkirk of this universe, except this time it is a ton of Danish divisions. Let's hit the magic button down here, keep the pressure on, because yeah, their numbers are actually decreasing down here. And the magic button is hit on the main front as well here in northern France. And there's Paris in our hands. And we're about to meet up with our own front here. And there goes France. Portugal just declared on Nationalist Spain, which should bring our allies in now to war against the giant European Union, which kind of sucks because I was hoping that Canada would stay out of it until I would call them in to go in on the US. Nice, our simplified tanks made it all the way over here to Canada before the US managed to push us out, and our whole army pretty much is coming over across the sea. There we go. Now that we've gotten this big airport in New England, we should be able to contest the skies over the US. They actually don't have too much on the border, nothing that our tanks shouldn't be able to push once our supply is all connected. We should be able to do a nice offensive, and I'm hoping take New York. Boom! New York is in Silesian Austro-Hungarian hands, just like it was meant to be. And we're just going to hit the magic button now on all of our infantry and everything. They barely have anything on the border with us. This shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Washington is in our hands. Let's keep on moving. And as our push into the United States continues, it is just them, and I believe Sweden, yes, that we have to capitulate. I've got the German army here actually trying to take them out. Oh, looks like there's a bit of a naval invasion here. Oh, no worries. Got my tanks driving down the mighty Mississippi to try to get New Orleans. The US is now 92% towards capitulation. We've taken out over 3 million now. The Finnish Continuation War. Now that's interesting. Who are they at war with them? I guess, well, the European Union, but oh. Okay, it's us. We are now at war with the Soviet Union. Are you kidding me? How did this even happen? Of course, just as we're about to capitulate one major faction, another one just rears its head. The US now at 99% towards capitulation. Please just capitulate. I want this done. I need to get my troops back home, for gosh sakes. The Soviets are definitely pushing. We've even lost our capital city, our original capital city. There we go, the United States has capitulated. We need to rush our boys back home. Thankfully, our boys have made it back home. We've stabilized the front, and now I'm just gonna hit the magic button because we have complete green air over the Soviets. If this works, then Stalin, I fear you may need to retire. And with that, yes, Sweden's capitulated. Finally, the European Union is done. We have 54% of the war score. There we go. This peace deal is done. We have the Austro-Hungarian Protectorate of America and a bunch of other holdings. And we've reached the Lithuanian border, which means all of this is cut off from the Soviet Union. And we are nearing Moscow, even. And there we go. We have made it into Moscow, in fact. We've lost almost 500,000 men to the Soviets, but already we've inflicted 3.5 million to them. And the Soviets are up to 10 million casualties, almost half to us, and 92% towards capitulation. There's really no skill involved at this point. It's just watching and waiting. Finally, the Soviet Union has capitulated. The war score is pretty split between all of us. I'm just going to take some land. I don't really care that much. And there we are. Peace deal done. I'm happy with leaving it off here. That's going to do it for this one. If you guys have watched this far, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. And tell me what you thought of this secret German nation that can reform Austria-Hungary. And Pavel and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.